I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Well, you watched me load this thing onto the back of the tractor, and then you watched me move the horizontal bandsaw, and I was able to do that quite easily. I just picked it up and hauled it off. But at the time I was having a problem with the hoist. It wasn't going up. I would pump on the handle, it wouldn't move. And it's kind of annoying because I'm thinking, oh crap, I got to take the whole thing apart and figure out what's wrong with it. Soot Mon came to the rescue. I went online and I said, why would my jack be doing that? And stumbled across the video made by Soot Mon, and I'll put a link in the description, showing how he bleeds out the air. When I was putting this onto the tractor, I was lifting up on the beam, and that meant I extended the ram. When I did that, I pulled air into the cylinder, and so I was pumping on the little hydraulic pump, and it's only got a tiny piston in there so it can make pressure. But that tiny piston doesn't move a lot of oil, very little bit. So I had a bunch of air in there, and the air compresses. It doesn't, I mean, it will eventually raise the ram, but you can see that it doesn't go up very much because it's got to pick up all the weight on the ram. And it's got to compress the air down first, and once the air reaches enough pressure, then it'll start coming up. A lot of pumping. So I went to Soot Mon's website, well, channel, and he showed a simple way to do it. You just open up the bleeder, this is the handle for the floor jack. It's not the right handle. It works, but it's not the right handle. The handle for the hoist is over in the garage where I was trying to use it. Anyways, you open up the bleeder valve, and then you just pump this by hand. And with the little jack, he said about 20 times. With this one, it took about 80. If you just do this, doesn't take a lot, don't need the handle to make the thing work. Then when you close the needle valve, up she goes. Well, like I said, it's kind of slow. This is an 8-ton long bottle jack. It goes on this engine hoist to give it enough travel to actually make it work. I think I got to take it up. I think I got to pump it a bit more. Yeah, I could hear air squirting through it right then. Don't need the handle. think I got two problems here. I think the ram is not sitting vertical. So I'm going to pull the hoist up vertical. With a bottle jack at an incline like that and the pump on the low side, I think I'm not pumping the air. I think the air is staying over here. Okay, now I have the ram up vertical. Fire truck's down on the corner, or the fire department is down on the corner. It's a volunteer fire department. So they go to the firehouse, pick up their gear, and head to where the fire is. Whenever they're headed east of town, they come down East E Avenue, just past the house. because otherwise I got to go through town, and there's a stoplight downtown, and quite often it's congested. So it's faster, and you know, all of us want to have the fire department come as soon as they possibly can. So faster is good. Moving, just not as fast as I want it. It's still pushing air out. Feels like when I was going fast, it wasn't working as well. I can feel the oil moving back and forth now. I got a little suction when it comes up, and I got a little resistance when it goes down. When it was air in there, it just kind of rattled back and forth. Seems to work better going slow. Okay, let's close the needle valve again. Ah, yeah. Now the first pump made it move. It's still not going fast. It's going faster. Let's see if we can hear that air bubbling through it again. Yep. That last little bit, it falls. That's telling me it's still got air in it. Okay, no air in the cylinder. I think we got it. It's moving slow. And I think I could use a new O-ring around that needle valve because it's leaking around the stem. But it's going up, sure and steady. Okay. Soot Man, thank you very much for the idea. I do the same thing you guys do. When I run into a problem, I look up an answer. YouTube's a great place to find things. Top link on the 3 points a little stiff. We'll put some oil in there, work it back and forth a bit. Do the same here. Yeah, that'll be happy. There. Put the hitch pin in it. And a hairpin. There we go. It was a tough fight, Bob, but we won. Now I can move the bandsaw, the big bandsaw.
With the hoist working, I can now go pick up the bandsaw and bring it out to the workshop. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know how to read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.